Don't miss the tea. Subscribe now.
Oh my God, girl, pour the wine. Or well, pour you the wine and pour me another sparkling water because I am about to lose my absolute mind. I can't even drink away the stress because I am 7 months pregnant. You know exactly who I'm talking about. Her, my monster-in-law. Just when I thought things were quiet, she decides to ramp up the crazy train right before the new baby gets here. You know how much work my husband has been doing in therapy to deprogram himself from their cult-like family. We are on a low-contact diet, and honestly, that distance is the only thing keeping my blood pressure in check. But here is the petty part. Because we set boundaries, they've put my husband on a silent treatment plan. They don't call him anymore. Unless it's about the golden grandchild, he might as well not exist. So the current arrangement is 1 video call a week. That is the window they get. We make exceptions for holidays, obviously, but give them an inch and they take a transcontinental flight. Christmas was a disaster. They called my husband 3 times on Christmas Day and then pressured him for days after. And the kicker, they didn't even send our son a gift, not a card, nothing. But they demand FaceTime access like they're shareholders in his life. What do you think happens next? But anyway, she's always whining. It's her default setting. I don't see him enough. I don't have access. Let me remind you about the last time we actually flew out there to visit them. We stayed for 5 agonizing days. Within the first 2 hours, she was already complaining loudly to another family member, within earshot of me, about how she's waiting to be asked to care for our son and nothing. She was openly hostile to me the whole trip. So pardon me if I'm not rushing to hand over my child to a woman who treats his mother like the help. Fast forward to today. The weekly video call. Now you know my son. He is 2. He is a feral, happy toddler, not a performer on a variety show. But this isn't a voyeuristic reality show where I'm just going to set up a tripod so they can observe him like a zoo exhibit. I get that they want to say hello, but their version of hello is just grilling him. It's an interrogation. Can you say grandma? Say grandma. And when he doesn't, because he's busy being 2, my father-in-law makes these snide, passive-aggressive comments. Last time, the kid didn't respond correctly, and FIL goes, well, you'll figure it out one of these days. Excuse me, he's smart as a whip. He just doesn't want to talk to a pixelated face that demands obedience. Can you believe what happened next? So today, the call starts. We're holding the phone, my son is playing, and immediately know how are you JUSTNOMIL launches the attack. She puts on this sad victim voice and says, we seldom see you. Can we call you? My husband says, you can call me personally whenever you want. Perfect answer, right? But she snaps back, well, I also want to see grandson for more than 2 minutes. The entitlement, my jaw hit the floor, my husband froze. And then his dad jumps in, the enforcer, and says, another option is you could send more videos. I almost threw the phone. This woman has 10 minutes a week with her grandson, and instead of engaging with him, she chooses to spend that precious time bitching at us about not getting enough time. She wasted her own slot complaining about the slot. And then she asks, are we good? No, Brenda, we are not good. You are harassing us on a Tuesday afternoon. And it's not just the calls, it's the money. They are trying to buy their way back in because we're house hunting. They offered to help pad our down payment. I refused because I won't take money from people who treat me like an incubator. So she pivots. She goes, well, if you won't let us help with that, we can pay for new furnishings for 1 bedroom. Guess what she's really after? It's a trap. It is a giant neon flashing trap. They make these grand promises that are totally empty. Remember last year? They talked about an education fund for weeks. Did we ever see a cent? No, it never materialized. It's leverage. We bought you that crib so we have the right to be in the delivery room. Absolutely not. Here is my theory. I think she's doing this now because she sees the timeline. I'm 7 months pregnant. She knows her window is closing. She is trying to strong-arm her way back into our good graces before baby 2 gets here. She wants to be in so she can sabotage my postpartum period again. Just when my husband and I are finally sinking into a rhythm that feels safe, she senses the peace and has to destroy it. I was sitting there during that call, holding my belly, and my heart was racing. I hate feeling like this. Our next couples counseling session isn't for another 8 days. I need a script. What would you say? Should I tell my husband to text them and spell it out? We're happy with the one video call with our son, but if you want a relationship with me, that's welcome anytime. Is that too harsh? I just want to have my baby in peace without worrying that my mother-in-law is plotting a siege on my household. Tell me I'm not crazy.